Hello Internet, Bardic Monk here, and welcome back to Bardic Brawl. Today, I am going to be playing a Venom deck of my own creation versus Rhino. This is the first deck that I've actually made myself, so I've been pretty happy with how it's turning out so far, but I'm curious how it works against a villain that I haven't tested it against yet, so we'll see how that works. Um, this is Venom fighting against Rhino, with Rhino working to steal uh, technology for A.I.M and Hydra. So both of their minions are coming out to help, as well as Shocker. And Venom is currently done with it. He has just finished taking some notes from the Punisher, and he is going to bring in some extra firepower, as well as some people to help him out with this. So the cards that we're going to be dealing with are the standard set, the regular Rhino set, A.I.M Science, as well as just my regular obligation for Venom. So with that, we only have to worry about A.I.M Scientist probably coming out, and there's one more change to this. It's not in here. We're playing against Rhino on standard right now, so we got Rhino 1 and 2, and we have Horns of the Rhino, which is custom content from what's his name, Kennedy Hawk, and pretty much Horns of the Rhino is an environment card that's going to stay in play constantly. Force Interrupt: when a side scheme leaves play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for charge, and attach it to Rhino, and then shuffle. Force Interrupt: when Rhino progresses to a new stage, find Enhanced Ivory Horn and attach it to Rhino, shuffle. Each player discards a card with a printed physical resource from their hand if able. And the quote that I put on here: I'm Rhino. I knock things down. That's what I do. That's who I am. And it's just the break-in for him. So that's what we're going to be playing with here. With that, we're just going to do a real quick setup. I don't think anything... This is the simplest one. I keep forgetting. I've been playing so many other characters at this point that I've been getting confused when things get too simple. I've also... please let me know if this is too zoomed out, but I just wanted to have the ability to have 4 rows of cards, so that way I can have the hero, Rhino, and then the allies and minions here. So let me know if this is too far for your viewing pleasure, or if this is fine. Please let me know. Anyway, let me see if I can adjust this camera. I don't know why the focus is all off. Okay. Is that better? You tell me if that's better. We'll just play like that from now on. Okay. So, with this, I have finished thoroughly shuffling this, and we'll end this with a cut. So now Rhino is set up for his turn, and he has his 14 health. Here, yeah, I'm going to put it down here, so we have the discard pile here. Venom, his unique ability is that he can take 1 damage to generate a wild resource. I don't have any tokens that are going to show that I've taken damage, so I have this token that I'm trying to use as the I took damage this turn reminder, so we'll see how that goes. Also, Venom has a setup for this, wherein for his setup, the one ability that he has is you can control 1 additional upgrade that has the restricted keyword. So instead of having 2, he can have 3, and with a side holster, you can have 4 restricted cards. And at the setup for this card, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a weapon upgrade, then add that card to your hand. I have had very bad luck with Venom recently, or since I bought him, and he's been the first. Okay, let me restate that whole thing. I bought Venom when I bought the core box, and ever since I started playing this game, whenever I play Venom, I have to discard like 90% of my deck because I am really good at shuffling cards to the bottom of my deck. So, to go into the actual deck that we're going to be working with, this deck is called E1M1. If you are into Doom, you know that that's the first mission, and this is using cards from all over the place. This is not. This is using some legacy environment stuff, obviously, since I'm playing with Venom. But I finally got a crystal clear, like, I know what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this card. Moment when I started playing Winter Soldier, and Winter Soldier is the reason why we have Bambino out here as a very big gun, the BFG for this build. We don't really focus on this. The real star of the show is going to be Firepower. I saw this card and immediately thought, oh, I need to do this. Exhaust up to 3 weapon upgrades you control. For each upgrade exhausted this way, choose an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. This attack gains ranged. Now, per each card that you have exhausted, okay, just to show you a representation of this. So if I had 3 cards out, we're going to get Venom's pistols out. Where are you? Come on. There. Alright, so if I have 3 weapons out here, Venom's attacking, I play Firepower, right? I tap all 3 of these cards. So 1, 2, 3. And then that means that I'm generating 3 instances of damage. Okay? The way that I originally read this card, I thought I had to tap 3 cards, and then if I chose a target, that person takes 3 bits of damage, so I have to attack them 1, 2, 3. But no, you have generated 3 shots with Firepower, and while you are attacking somebody, you could use Firepower to attack a minion, and a minion, which is great for when you're fighting against your symbiotes from your Nemesis set. So enraged symbiotes kind of stink if you're not ready for them, but this build is specifically meant to output crazy damage by having Firepower come out and then keeping Firepower in your deck as much as possible to just capitalize on all the equipment that you get out. Venom is a dude running around with like 80 guns in this deck, which translates into 4 at any given time, with the capacity for a 5th option, right? But he's also running around with people who use weapons a lot in this deck, and we are going all aggression, if you can tell. We're using lock and load along with locked and loaded to fish for specific cards. You want your multi-gun out as quickly as possible, and you want to get anybody with equipment out so you can start using Firepower ASAP. This is kind of a rush deck, but this is a 50 card deck, which is chunky because you're not going to go through, you're not going to get to all the cards that you want on the first turn. But I've built this deck specifically to fight against Black Widow, and she has a lot of threat that shows up on the board, and I kept losing to her winning the game because the side scheme or the main scheme kept getting fulfilled. So I have a couple cards in here to help me deal with the threat out and about, so we'll see how this all turns out. I think with that, all that preamble's done. We'll just cut this deck and we're good for the setup here. So this is out here, this is here. We flip Flash Thompson, we draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're finishing setup before we put HP on the board, so I would say that so I know to do that. We have 6 cards, so how many weapons do we have? 1. So there's a good chance that we might not discard too much. Let's see. We might, and now that I've said it, this will be the first time that, like, first card. Nope. We have flipped into, or we have discarded into something that I put in here for a reason. But we're looking for a weapon. Oh, we're losing everything, though. But this is... Oh, we found a weapon. Okay. I'm not going to look at that. We discarded one weapon, right? Yes. Okay. Digging Deep we discarded, and after this card is discarded from the top of your deck, add it to your hand. So both of these are going to my hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are going to the discard pile, so we lost 2 copies of Firepower, 1 Into the Fray, and Aggressive Stance, as well as a Power of Aggression. So we lost a lot, honestly, and an energy. That stinks. But I did put 3 Digging Deeps and a White Fox into the deck, specifically, which you can find in Domino set, specifically so that it can counteract when you get bad luck on this. So that's the reason why they're included. I... Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's that. So what is this, the top of the deck? Yes. Okay. Because I had flipped 1 card too many, I was going to have to shuffle anyway. I don't want to even know. We'll cut that. Shuffle one more time. And cut once more. We'll finish. Alright, with the setup, let's put the health on the board. I hope the zoom out, honestly I really hope the zoom out is working very well for everybody else. So we have Flash Thompson here. And let's put the health on the board. Right now we have Rhino at 14 HP. And we're going to have, on the other side, on the other corner, we have Venom, our hero, with 12 HP. So let's start the game with that.
Okay.
Right. Start at 0. We're not progressing to a new form. This is just form 1. Alright. So setup, first thing I want to do right now is to get a pistol out. Oh, we're going to flip first. We're going to get a pistol out with losing 1 HP. We're going to play... Oh, no. We're already going to start off bad. Alright, give me a second. So, first things first, we're going to pay 1 for Project Rebirth. We're going to use a Digging Deep to pay for that. And then we're going to use Project Rebirth to draw a card. Then we're going to flip. Did we use a side holster? Because I have 2. So I'm going to hold on to that. I don't have any allies out right now. I don't need a thwart right now, so we can build up from here. We're going to use a damage from ourselves to pay for Venom Pistol. We're going to play Boot Camp for 3, which is going to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then we're going to play Side Holster. That's for 3. And then Side Holster is 0. And this is done. So allies that I have +1 attack, and currently I just had bad luck with this, so all I'm doing is attacking for 1. I'm attacking for 2, 3 against Rhino, so he takes 3, he's down to 11. Is there, yep, found you. It's like, this feels weird. Alright, so he's down to 11 at the end of my turn. I don't have anything else. Yeah, allies don't count. He is a Guardian. I could have equipped him with Energy Spear.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. How many Energy Spears do I have out? I could do that. That would start capitalizing on this. Just so I'm not wasting anything before I attack, I'm also going to equip Energy Spear for Into the Fray. So now my damage that I'm doing is 2, 3, 4, 5 when I exhaust this. So I do 5 damage instead, it brings me down to 9.
Oops.
And then that's the end of my turn. I ready up, and I draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. I'm already forgetting all my tokens. We start an alter ego, and this is the player phase. In my hand, do I have tendrils or anything? No. I do have a shield firearm, a sidearm, and aggressive stance. Alright. Bambino's back. And multi-talented here. Okay. But I don't have anything that's going to stop them from doing anything, so... We're going to start the villain phase. At the beginning, this goes up by 1. We're going to use one of these chunky dice from Burger Tokens. This is one of the XL spin down dice that they have, and this looks really good on camera. It's easy to read. It's slightly easier than any of these, but these are also visible. But I really like this for the larger, more important cards. So you know, if this ticks up to a certain number, there's going to be an issue. So now, beginning of the turn, this goes up by 1. He activates against me. He's attacking me for 2. I'm just going to take it. So 2, 3. Oh my god. For 5. Does 5 damage to me. Cool. I'm down to 6. I probably should have blocked. Then he's going to give me an encounter card. That's going to be breaking and taken already. Okay. When revealed, place 1 additional threat per person here. So it starts off at 2. And because it's just one of us 3. And that's the end of his activation. We move back up. Now we're on the player phase. And we're going to say screw it. And play... Oh, how many things can I play right now? Just pay for all 3 and then I could do that. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to play multi-talented with Bambino, a shield sidearm, and a damage to myself. And what that does is that gives me all 3 resources. So if you paid for this event using at least 1 of each, you do this. So I deal 2 damage to an enemy. Is it 7? I remove 2 threat from a scheme. I'm going to bring this down to 1. And then heal 2 damage from my identity, so I'm back to 7. I spent for this. These get discarded first, then this discards. Then I'm going to play Venom's Pistol for 1. And this will allow me to... I'm going to attack for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna attack for 6, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to tap him as well. He's down to 1. And then I'm going to flip to then exhaust Project Rebirth 2.0 and heal 3 damage from Flash Thompson, so I'm back up to 10. And he is going to scheme this next turn and give me an additional... What's this called? He's going to give me 1 additional... why am I blanking on this? Encounter card. There you go. Alright. So now we're at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have White Fox, that's a waste. We do have Tendrils, but he's not attacking. And we got Bug. Okay, we got the big setup here. So, in case he attacks me, but that's a hero interrupt, so I can't do that. Yeah, I am stuck with whatever he ends up doing, and keep up the pressure. At to hand until the end of the phase. Each attack event deals 1 additional damage. Okay. We're up to 6. We ready everything up. Again, we're 1 away from being full. We're able to, with the sidearm, have 4 weapons out. I'm trying to get Bambino. That'd be great. Or my multi-gun. I'd like that instead, if I could. So, let's see. We go to the villain phase. We started as a hero on that last turn. So, the villain phase, this goes up by 1. He activates for 1 scheme. He schemes for 1. So this goes up to 3. And then he gives me 2 encounter cards. We have an A.I.M soldier, so it's patrol, so I cannot remove threat from the main scheme. When revealed, find A.I.M scientist and put into play engage with you. Okay. A.I.M scientist is now I know that's not A.I.M scientist in there. Because R.I.M plate engages you. Okay. And then A.I.M scientist is engaged. Player is engaged with another minion. A.I.M scientist cannot be attacked. Okay. So A.I.M soldier protects A.I.M scientist, and A.I.M scientist is just 2 more HP I gotta deal with. That's fine. This is good. Just in case they have a surge or something on the next thing. Then struggle for control. Okay, you may flip to alter ego form, choose 1, exhaust Flash Thompson, and take 2 damage. Discard this obligation. Put 1 set-aside copy of an arranged tribute into play. Engage with the first player. If you cannot, this card gains surge. Discard this obligation. So I'm going to exhaust Thompson and take 2 damage. I'm down to 8. And that's going to discard this obligation. Oh, not to my discard pile. There you go. So that's the end of the encounter stuff. So now I can't thwart from the main scheme, and I can't attack him until I get rid of him. Now, let's begin. This is where we have a couple things. At the beginning of my turn, I'm going to exhaust Project Rebirth to draw 1 card. This would be great if I had extra stuff. I just have a very expensive hand right now. I'm going to flip. And we're going to set up Bug. Because he is invincible. Kind of. He costs 2. I'm going to play a White Fox and a Run and Gun to play him. I am using... I'm going to use Grasping Tendrils to pay for Energy Spear, so now he's got +2 as well. And now he's got +2 in Piercing. And because of Boot Camp, he is now up to... So he's got 1, 2 from here, and 1 from here. So he's got another 3. But +3 damage. So, he's got 4. There. +3 damage, alright. Last but not least, I cannot pay for this, so I want to... What do I want to do? I could KO him. I want to focus on these guys instead, so I'm going to have Bug attack A.I.M soldier, I guess. Yeah, we're going to deal with A.I.M soldier first. He gets KO'd. A.I.M scientist is open. I cannot attack him currently. I'm thinking about this. I might want to use Grasping Tendrils instead. Because I don't have the price for this. So instead of that, I'm going to use Run and Gun instead of Grasping Tendrils. And then I'm going to play Keep Up the Pressure, which gives us a side scheme When defeated, each player may search the deck and discard pile for an attack event and add it to their hand. Until the end of the phase, each attack event deals 1 additional damage. So, here we go. When the villain initiates. Okay, so that's all good. Everybody's ready. Okay, we're ready up. This is going to be the end of my turn. I started as an alter ego. Come on. Keep up with that. He attacked once, and then he takes one damage for that activation. He gets readied up as well. And that's the end of my turn. So I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. And I don't have anything else to play, so that's good. Let's go to the villain phase. He goes up by 1. Oh, it goes up by 2 because of A.I.M Scientist. And then he is going to attack me for 2. I'm going to take the hit, so 2, 3. I'm down to 5. And he's going to give us 1, 2 of these. Another A.I.M soldier. If it's already in play, engages you. If A.I.M Science does not enter play this way, place 1 threat on the main scheme. That's not good. And then A.I.M soldier, which would then make this pop. It goes to 7. And we lose the game for that. So, this is one of the reasons why I needed to do... Oh boy. Alright. With the lower number, this is a little more difficult, so we're going to try that again. I'm going to run that back. Hello and welcome back. This is going to be the first rendition of the Salty Suite. The Salty Runback, probably. Wherein I just lost a match and I'm not happy with that at all. So we are just going to play another game back to back. So you got 2 playthroughs in 1 video. So we got my multi-gun on the first turn. Alright, same setup, same roles, same everything. We're just gonna try to play a little bit better. We're discarding cards until we find a weapon, which we do. I didn't look at the top card this time. I didn't discard anything else that's extra. That's fine. We're back at max health and everything, so we're playing from essentially the beginning of the game again. So,
Okay.
with that, and move this out of the way. Alright. So, first things first, I'm going to flip. So I can play with oh, did I shuffle this back to the top? I did. 1, 2, 3. I already messed this up, didn't I? Okay. What did I find? I feel like... How many cards was that? 1, 2... Is that the end of the second one? Man, we're just gonna shuffle after the 2. That was the 3rd card. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, here we go. I flipped. I'm going to play multi-gun first, just because I really need this card out. So I'm going to pay my 1 from me. I'm going to play 1 Power of Aggression, 1 Savage Attack, and 1 from me, so that gets rid of all that. Multi-gun's out. I'm going to play another multi-gun with Assault Training, and so I got another Venom pistol. I don't have any events right now, so it doesn't make sense to play that at the moment. I'm going to use... These are guardian allies, so I messed up that last game anyway, so that's fine. Instead, I'm going to play... because I have these two cards. Man, this is a... I need to just chill out. Okay. What did I do? I paid for 2. Alright, in my hand. I spent 1 here. I paid 2. I'm just going to make that, for simplicity, the energy spear to pay for my multi-gun, and then I got rid of a card, which is the power of aggression for my Venom pistol, and then I'm going to play assault training for savage attack, and this comes in with two tokens. As an alter ego action, I can bring this back up. So I'm going to attack for 3, bring him down to 11. I'm going to shotgun him real quick for an additional 2. Not happy with this at all. We're up to 6. Nope. 3, 4, 5. We're up to 5 hand size. And what do we have? Do we have tendrils? No. We do have bug. And we got the 3rd energy spear already. Cool. And we got boot camp. Damn. Alright. How much does that cost? Would I be able to do that? No. I have to do a couple things. Alright. Anyway. Villain phase. This goes up by 1. He activates for 2 against me. I'm gonna take it, so 2 damage, down to 9. And then he gives me an encounter card. Give Rhino tough status card. There we go. Tough. Now, player phase, we're starting in hero form, and we have these cards. I'm going to play... As much as I want to play boot camp, I think we're just going to go the bug route. So, bug for these 2 cards, and then energy spear for this one. Now, bug currently has 2 additional damage from just energy spear, and he's got piercing. So, that means that he's doing 3 damage to Rhino when I tap him. He takes a damage as well, but that's going to be after. That piercing gets rid of tough, and then he takes 3 damage. He's down to 6. So tough is discarded. Bug takes a damage. Then I'm going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. Does not a 3, and after your hero makes a basic attack, heal 1 damage from bug. So he's back to that, and I'm going to use multi-gun to deal 2 more damage. And that's the end of my turn. We ready up? Which red events do we have? None so far. We're holding on to that. Okay, cool. Do I want to flip? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Untap that. Alright. Tendrils, please. We do. And we do have multi-talented, so I'm probably going to have to use that. And aggressive stance for assault training. We'll go with assault training. Okay. No fire powers or anything are coming out. Okay, cool. We got grasping tendrils if I need it. So we just read it up. Villain turn. This goes up by 1. He's gonna attack me for 2. So he pulls out a boost card, which I'm gonna put it this way, in defense position. And I'm going to play Grasping Tendrils for multi-talented and assault training, which is when the villain initiates an attack against you, which he did, Cancel that attack, so it's canceled. If I paid for this card using only fist resources, stun the villain. I used a fist and a thinking. Is this once per phase? I'm gonna keep assault training. I'm gonna keep assault training and take a damage to do 2 fists, so I can stun. So I can stun the villain. Next time he would attack, he discards that instead. This gets discarded, and then he gives me an encounter card. Discard and upgrade a support you control. I'm going to use Venom's pistol. Lose one of my pistols in the middle of that. Thank you very much. That's the end of that. Player phase. We are still in hero form. I am down to 3 cards. Because I used one and paid for one. Yeah, okay. On my turn, I'm going to... What am I going to do? I'm going to play Assault Training for a Savage Attack. We're in the player phase right now, so this is back. Assault Training has 2. And then I'm going to attack for... I'm going to use the multi-gun to hit him once. That's going to KO Rhino. We move to the new Rhino 2, and that kicks off the new ability that we got for Horns of the Rhino. When Rhino progresses to a new stage, find Enhanced Ivory Horn and attach it to Rhino. It's not in here. Nope, armored suit. I think I know what the art looks like. Yeah, Enhanced Ivory Horn. Okay. We attach this to Rhino. What else? Shuffle. Each player discards a card from with a printed fist resource in their hand, if possible. I don't, because I only have a thinking one right now. Give me 1 second to fix this. He's got +1 attack. And I can spend 3 fist resources to discard this card. Ah, so it gets more difficult to possibly get rid of that. Okay. I just paid for Assault Training. I had 3 cards in my hand. That was that. Alright. Then he's going to go up to 15 health. And then I used the shotgun to get him to flip. I'm going to let Bug attack him for 3. He takes the damage after he does the 3. The 15, so he's down to 12. Then I attack for 2. That heals him for 1. I attack for 2, so he's down to 10. Again, there's no red attack events in the discard pile, right? No, everything's supports right now. And upgrades. Alright. And we're going to end the turn with me... I feel like this is asking for trouble if I do it this way. We're going to flip. Yeah, okay. Before we flip, we're going to pay 1. Play aggressive stance. And then I'm going to flip. So I have 1 extra card when we ready up. So, get rid of this. We're still at 7. We're going to get a 6 hand size for 5, 6. And we ready all this. I'm down to 7 HP. And let's see what we got. We got a side holster. Got locked and loaded. That's good. Run and gun and an energy. Yes. Okay. That's very good. And into the fray, which would be good if another stupid resolution happens. All right. So, flip to villain phase. This goes up by 1. There's nothing special about that. Okay. Then he's going to scheme for 1, 2. Oh no, that's not health. Schemes for 2. He's up to 5. Then he gives me 1 encounter card. Crowd control. Oh, this is going to be rough. Panic civilians crowded the area. It is difficult to control Rhino without putting them at risk. Get the people to safety. So it starts off with 2. And we will end the turn. Yeah, okay. I haven't engaged a minion yet. He didn't activate with that. We got that done. So now we go back to the player phase and we start in alter ego mode. I'm at 7 HP. Do I want to heal up before I do anything else? I will. I'm going to heal for 4, so I'm up to 11 again. I'm going to flip. I'm going to play... I'm going to play Run and Gun for an energy and a side holster to ready Venom in each weapon I control. Oh, so before I do that, real quick rewind. I'm going to use 2 to remove 2 threat from a scheme, go to crowd control, and then I'm going to ready up with Run and Gun. That gets rid of that and that. I'm going to play Locked and Loaded to search my deck for a weapon upgrade. Is Bambino here? It is. And it gets added to your hand, then shuffle your deck. I like the reminder text better for shuffle, because a lot of these cards end up using shuffle your deck in the description, but them giving you the text of just like in parentheses shuffle, it's like just in case you have to look through something, just shuffle it there. I like that better. So we've thinned out most of the deck at this point, and we got Bambino in our hand, and we're going to pay for Bambino. So we have Multigun and Bambino out with side holster and Into the Fray and a damage to myself. So I'm down to 10. So I got Bambino out. This is using 3 tokens, 3 ammo counters. Interrupt. When attached character makes a basic attack, remove 1 ammo counter from here. This attack deals 3 additional damage and gains overkill. So then, what I'm going to do is use my multi-gun to get rid of 2 threat, or can I KO him in 1 turn? Just 2, 1, 2, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, okay, so I pulled the shotgun, hit him hard with 2. He's down to 8. I'm going to have Bug attack for 1, 2, 3. He's down to 5. Takes damage. And then I do a basic attack with Venom. And in doing so, when an attached character makes a basic attack, remove 1 ammo counter from here. So no exhausting. So we just remove 1 of these counters and I do an additional 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all 5 damage. And then Bug heals. And we win the game. That was a salty Runback. And Rhino could just eat it at this point. This deck has been doing very well against Black Widow, but I don't know if he's a very good match against Rhino. I mean, he's a good rush deck against him. I thought I wouldn't really like rush decks, so I haven't made any, but rushing to just KO a villain twice. Interesting playstyle. So we're still at 10. He's at 0, and that was the game. So hopefully you all enjoyed that. Again, this was my deck. I'm going to publish this deck as soon as I finish recording. And it's called E1M1 Bury the Light at Doom's Gate. And it's mainly focused on your weapons, but as you can see, it's got some other utilities. I do feel like it's a little bloated right now just from this playthrough, but I'm going to play a couple more times to see what else can be fixed or adjusted, and we'll see how this goes. So if you have any comments, please comment below, I guess, but mostly go to Marvel CDB and give me any tips and tricks for probably bringing this deck down to a sizable, at less than 50 at least, so I can easily bump into my weapons a little bit more. But overall, everybody, have a great day, have a great night, and as always, stay positive.